Hello and welcome to the third video in this series about redoing the Shadow of Israfel episode 43 animation. Now I brought you guys back to the robot here, where I've made some revisions on the robot. We're getting nearer towards the final version of the robot, which I'm quite excited about. So the first very apparent change is I made the lava texture green for the radiation that you see in the Shadow of Israfel series in the later episodes. There, I suppose what they're going for is this is like kind of a nuclear-driven robot, I suppose. And what I also did is I got rid of the weird plate out front of the first robot. I kind of didn't like that to begin with. So I think this is a lot more slick, and you can see the reactor core here behind some glass. And up at the top here, I put in some iron bars in this correlated part right there. I suppose that would act as like a heat sink or something. Moving down the robot here, I made the hands less wide, and now they're a bit more narrowing. I think that works to the advantage of this robot here, so it can move in a lot better ways. And I also reinforced the feet down here so they don't look like they're about to pop off at any moment. And I also tried to fix the proportions of the robot. So now the robot's arms go all the way down to the ankles there, which is true to your anatomy right now. If you stand up and extend your hands in this sort of pose here, the tips of your fingers should go down to your ankles. These down here are still a little short, so I might have to extend the calves more depending on what the animation calls for. If I head up back here, I redid the face. So I went to episode 41 of the Shadow of Israfel, and I looked at the robot head that they had in the little flashback part, and I decided to go more or less with that version, and I think it turned out well. It's more, the head's taller, and it's got more of a brow. It looks a lot more menacing than the robot I had beforehand, and I think this is the correct skull to go with for the robot, rather than the one I had or the one that was in the fragment animation, because it's actually the head in the story. And using that logic, you'd say, why didn't you rebuild the hand from that episode? But that hand is kind of hard to animate because someone, most likely Shin, or better known as Redacted nowadays, just kind of got on World Edit and did the hand with a brush tool, so it's not really conducive to animation. But I'm trying to keep the hands thick, like in the episode. So I also made the jaw a lot more broad, gave him a more of a Chad chin, or a crimson chin, I suppose. Yeah, but it's a lot more menacing now. And with the radiation, I also did add a glow, so if I set it to night here, you can see how it's nice and irradiated and glowing and quite menacing. And just some technical revisions that I did. I improved how the joints function on this skeleton here. I mainly had to revise the robot in that way because I made a sample animation. I can put that at the end, and I just did this to test out how the robot and everything would function, and yeah, that I made the necessary revisions. So the next episode in this series should be starting to work on the actual animation itself. But thanks for watching,